Let's start. Comparison assignment shortcut. For example, x equal to y equal to z equal to -1, which means that all can be assigned as equal to 1. You write like this inside the Python program, should have no problem. Okay. Also, it's possible to have a comma b comma c comma, then have a x plus 1, which refer to a. Hello refer to b. This one refer to c. You can write like this instead of this one, also possible. You would swap A become B, B become A. Can swap, can also learn like this. You can do like this also. A equal to B equal to C. If equal to 3, you can do this. Of course, this you should know, okay? So this is the assignment shortcut and comparison shortcut. This is assignment shortcut. Okay, comparison shortcut. Next, you learn about list comprehension. So let's revise x list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 then is equal to, then you do x in x list, x square. So you square all the x, then you get this one. So it can get a bit complicated, but ideally try to make it as simple as possible. Sometimes people want to show off, they will write something like this lah. And it's not easy to actually to understand. Of course you can do this, but when you look back, do you understand? Sometimes you've forgotten. Okay. A new function we want to introduce is called lambda function. It's very useful. Lambda f equal to lambda x double dot x squared minus 3x plus 2. So lambda usually used for equation which is simple. So x is the parameter. So f put 4. So all will be substituted with 4. 4 squared minus 3 times 4 plus 2 becomes 6. Of course, lambda is one parameter. You can possibly have 2 parameters. So it's possible to have 2 parameters, x comma y, x squared 2xy plus y squared. So you put it there, you got 25. Okay, you can have a list of lambda like this one. Okay, so the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. So you want to access the third one, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then put the variable here, 5. Then you become like x cubed, 5 cubed, 125. So lambda usually for equation which is simple, you know to do it. Sort is a built-in function inside Python. So sort nobody expect the Spanish Inquisition. Okay, dot split, open bracket, close bracket. So this whole thing is a string. So when I dot split, then I split all the words into a single one. Okay, then it's sort. It's sort from ABC letter, the capital letter first. So the largest capital letter I, and then N, S, all capital letter from A, B, C, D, sort. Then you expect the small capital letter E and T. Okay, so this is by default. Of course, you do want to, by default, you want to change it to a small capital letter first. So put comma, key, string dot lower. So you sort for lower first. So sort is insensitive to the capital letters, whether it's big or small. Okay. So another way to use sort is, I've got assignment elegance equal to a list of tuples. You see, got inside the AT, a string and a number, a string, a number, a string, and number. Then sort elegance, comma, key, but here equal lambda EE1. What does it mean? It asks you to sort so this E1 we sort second item in each tuple. So this is tuple 0, 1. So we sort this item first with increasing order. So 9, 17, 35, 53, 85. So you want to sort the first item, you sort E0. Then there is a with statement. With statement usually is used for opening a file. With open the name of file as F. Then lines equal to F dot read lines. This means that it read all the lines inside the file. That's S here. Okay, all the data in content here. Then we look at generators. Very useful. So generator is like a for loop, but it only return one value at a time by using the word called yield. So for example, the function while I less than n, then I plus equal to 1 yield I. So you print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You print one by one. We'll look in more details later. Okay, let's look more about yield or generator. We have a function read large file, a file. With open a file and read this is easy to read as file for line in files you line strip. It means that this strip is remove out any space beginning at the end of the file. So count occupied operators log. So I want to, for line in read large files, this means that I'm calling this function. Okay. If I got a word like this in the line, then I put +1 and return occupied. So this file log file, this file is a large file, very large. Okay, and I want to save memory. I don't want to read the whole file. I use U to read line by line rather than load it as one single file. So I will run, I will count the number of operators 621. So the file is this one is 181 megabyte. It's such a big file. So I don't want to have one variable assigned on and load inside everything to here. It's not a good practice. So when you do big data, okay, you have a gigabyte, then it's best to use to load line by lines rather than read the whole file. So this U are called generators. Are useful for real-time data acquisition for sensor. Maybe the sensor produce a lot of data. Okay. Maybe the sensors produce a lot of data. I want to only read with a certain time delay. I can use a generator. For example, okay, import random import time. I simulate a sensor. So while true, you see this means that it's always true. You random uniform asks you to generate a random number from 20 to 25 and then sleep for 0.5, a delay of 0.5 second. Then for reading, okay, in sensor data stream, so sensor data stream, print this one. Okay, I should print one value at a time. So while true, if without you, you always will loop. It will just start, but with you, it just take one reading. If reading is greater than 24.5, then break. Then you break from the while loop. So okay, 24.1, 21, 24.73, which exceed the reading. So take action. Is how do you use. Another way is to modeling a physical system without storing large array of data. It's very good when your simulation produces a lot of data. So let's define a function simulate particle position, motion, initial position, velocity, times dt, these parameters. So position will be this one for in range time step, yield position. So then position is updated by this equation. So given this initial condition, do a time step position in this one, put all the parameters here, then you print, you just do one by one. Okay. Only one position at a time. Okay. Rather than whole list. That's how you use a generator. So with yield, called generator, the memory usage is more efficient. Of course, the speed is slower because you generate one by one. It's best used for a large data set or infinite sequences. Complexity is more complex because handling generator object. This type of accuracy control is lazy evaluation because it is just take one time at a time. Okay, but without making yield, you have to use more memory to store. Of course, everything is stored in memory, then it's faster access. Useful when you got a small data set or need to use immediately. Simple. This kind of evaluation is called eager evaluation. Next, we look at map. Also built-in function. How does it work? You get a list of this. Okay, list of a list. First list, second list, third list inside my list. So I want to do something. I want to map sum. I want to apply sum function inside my list. Then once I map the function, I want to list out all the value. That's why the list is here. So I sum, I got 6, 60, 200. If I don't list, put here, it won't give you the result. This is equal to this one. Sum L for L in my list. So I sum the L equivalent.